Hello everyone, it's Aubrey Birch from Easy School Marketing, and I'm here to talk to you today about productivity. How can we make our lives more productive? More importantly, our work and our marketing work more productive. So I have 8 tips here that I know will help you be more productive and be loving your day. Tip number 1. Okay, so this has to do with asking yourself the question, what has to happen this month in order for me to reach my goals, okay? So you need to know what tasks this month are the game changers. Not all fluff, what actually has to happen this month. Then you're gonna go to your calendar and you're going to mark it in every week of that month what you need to be working on. Now you should have done this at the beginning of the year, but it's good to refresh every time. So every month I always look, I say what has to happen this month? Absolutely has to. What is the priority? And then what steps will lead me to getting that done? So, for example, if you have, you need to build landing pages because the next month is a huge admissions month and you need to have a good admissions funnel to a landing page so that you're generating good results and you can see conversions and everything. Okay, well that's important. So that's what needs to happen this month. So how am I going about building it out? And then I would put it in my calendar, preferably in a blocked morning time when your brain is freshest with no interruptions, and I would make sure that that happens. Number 2, batch your work. Okay, I love this. I say batch everything. I think everything needs to be batched. Do you think I just record one video at a time? Absolutely not. I batch them because I have content creation days where all I'm doing is brain dumping content. Brain dumping, I'm not editing, I'm just brain dumping, okay? Then I have batching. Then I batch videos. And then I would, if I'm doing other things, meetings, I'll put all my meetings on one day. Now people might say, why in the world would you batch your meetings? It's more productive, yes, I'm burnt out by the end of the day, but let me just tell you, having meetings interrupt the rest of my week when I could be really focused doing things that move the needle forward it's not okay to have those meetings interrupt everything. So I'm very careful about how I batch things. And I recommend all the clients I work with do the same, and they've seen tremendous results by doing so. So what kinds of things can you batch? Well, because you're collecting video all the time, yes, you need to video, almost weekly. So what day could you select for someone to go around and video? Or if you can't necessarily batch a day, what afternoons could you capture video? Like what times can you batch a certain amount of video? And for meetings, if you can't batch all your meetings in one day, try to get your meetings in the afternoon and try to consolidate them into the least amount of days as possible. So it's really all about batching. It's about having an editing day. It's about having a brainstorming day. It's about having set days and set times for you to work on the things that are going to move you forward. Because multitasking is such a myth. It is not productive. It never was. There's scientific research about it. So stop skipping from task to task and start actually working on things by batching them. All right, number 3, get rid of distractions. Oh my gosh, this is a great one. I am the queen of distractions. I'd be like, ping, something came up on my social media feed. Let me go look at it. This is an interesting article. And then that article took me to a link, which then took me to a video to watch. And soon half an hour has passed. I'm like, what happened? So I have to be very aware of distractions. So what do? I turn my phone on vibrate, or I put it in another room when I'm working, put it in your bag, and you can actually ask people around you. Like you can set, I believe on your phone, you can set that you only will hear if the phone rings. You won't hear the dings of texts or social media updates. And that way you're less distracted. Noise canceling earphones, also a thing. I know, maybe not the most attractive things to have, but hey, it means you're focused, okay? So you're trying to wipe out the distractions that once your mind is distracted, it takes you off the task at hand. And what does that do? Well, many things, my friend. First of all, if you are not focused, you're not giving your brain 100% to the task. It's like multitasking. Second, you just want to make sure that you are using your time wisely. Think about this. I mean, you've all heard about the 4-hour work week or like the 12-week year or something like that. Basically, they're saying you can do a lot in a very short period of time if you're focused and if you have gotten rid of distractions and if you're committed. So you can do it. Think of how much more free time you would have. That would be awesome. All right, number 4, document your work. Please, whatever, you got to be using a project management software, something, Trello, Asana, Monday.com. There are 50 billion of these things out there. Use it and use it well. Map out your year, and I'll link to a Trello training I have about that. But you want to map out your year. You want to make sure that you are putting and loading everything that you did from the year before in it. Meaning, I would attach, if I was writing like an annual fund letter or something, I would attach last year's to this year's. If your head of school should be doing this with all their newsletters, so they can refer back to it and be like, well, last October I discussed these items. Frankly, it doesn't change that much from year to year. So it's an easy reference, and it cuts down your time on that particular task tremendously. So I highly recommend that you do that. So you want to document everything. You want to have your Google Drive folders in order. You want to have a project management software that's showing what tasks are coming up, which ones are, who's taking care of them, who's doing what, so that you know exactly where you need to be, exactly what you need to be doing. Okay, number 5, set boundaries. Okay, this kind of goes with the no distractions, but I prefer always to set this aside because you have to set boundaries. We often think that we are at the mercy of other people's schedules. Well, that meeting had to happen on that day, or I had to take this phone call. But really, it's because we haven't set boundaries. I know many heads of school who are very guilty of this, and marketing directors, but the heads of school will sit there and they will answer their email throughout the day. So they're basically on and off email. They randomly will just jump from project to project and stuff like that. They'll be pulled into multiple, conflicts and stuff like that. But truly, even a head of school you have the power to be in charge of your own day. You need to set boundaries. So first of all, one thing that I like to do when I'm working on a communication policy is saying, we will check our email 2 times a day. Once at the beginning of the day, once at the end of the day. If you're not a vital, important staff member, like honestly, marketing directors, they are vital, but you're not usually responding to the fires of the school. And if someone were having a fire in the school, they'd call you. So you could actually say, I check my email once a day at 3 p.m. And that is the expectation of your staff. It's the expectation of the people that you are working with. Like, hey, I will get back to your email. I will. I check my email once a day. So that's minimizing your distractions and setting boundaries, okay? And then it's not answering your emails at night. I've mentioned this before, but you need to keep that boundary of, I will answer your emails once a day, so that people aren't expecting, they're not texting you at night, they're not emailing you at night, expecting immediate responses. You're in charge of training people how to treat you and how to respect your boundaries. So that's something very important. And when people come to you with last minute, requests, now obviously you have to be a little flexible, but you can also just say, okay, well right now this is what I'm working on, and when I'm done with that, I will work on this. It's setting boundaries, and it's very important for every one of us to be doing. All right, number 6, plan out your day the night before. This is critical. I learned this from one of my mentors, and I love it. Every night, now even if you have a Google Calendar, you need to do this. Just grab a notebook every night, lay it by your bed, and every night write down what your day looks like the next day. What meetings you have, what projects you're working on, what time you're going to that exercise class in the morning because we know you want to stay healthy, what you're eating. Oh my gosh, how much time is wasted? We're speaking about productivity. How much time do I see in schools wasted with schools that don't have cafeterias, where the marketing staff or development staff is walking around going, hey, what do you want for lunch today? Should we go to, that place down the street, or should we pick up from here? And that's like a 45-minute process. 45 minutes, people. Like, know what you're going to eat. Know your plan for the day for eating and exercising and everything like that. And it will serve you well, and you'll be more productive. All right. So next, number 7, This is about your email. We're back to your email, but it's how you receive emails. So a mentor of mine taught me this little trick too, and I definitely use it. So if you create in your Gmail 3 folders or 4 folders, you would do respond today, respond this week, then you would have a reference and then a resource folder, so 4 folders. So I would just get an email and I'd say, this is a respond today email, this is a respond this week email, and then every day I know as I'm accessing my email what needs to happen when. Now, it's the one-touch rule too, like one-touch swipe, so then your email inbox stays pretty uncluttered. And the other thing, if you touch an email and it's not for you, it doesn't go in your folders. I mean, if it can be delegated, you send it on to the person that can be delegated and say, this is what needs to happen with that. And that is off your plate, okay? Everything else goes in those 3 folders, and then you go about checking them every day. So this needs to be responded to today, so that's what I'm working on. Now, the one for this week, you could tackle on Friday and be like, this is the emails that I need to respond to this week. It's critical, and it's a great tool. All right, last one, number 8. So this is a funny one, but I think you're gonna find it really helpful. Number 8 is when you're working and batching things, please make deals with yourself. So what does this look like? So I actually will tell myself, look, you are not allowed to go eat lunch until this project is done. You're not allowed to get up and take a walk until this project is done. Do not get out of the chair. You have to honor those things. I am telling you, make deals with yourself, and you will see that as you honor the deals, you'll be much more productive. And you will enjoy your life a heck of a lot more. I hope this was helpful. I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Bye.